Yes, yes, Reverend. We want to know about Shin Buddhism, and if you can explain to us briefly what Shin Buddhism is about, because we don't know anything about it. So let's, let's talk about it.
Okay, I'll give you a little history first. Shin Buddhism is about 800 years old. It was formed in 13th century Japan by a man named Shinran. And the aspect of it is that it's here for the common working person. Often we think of, when we think of Buddhism, it's monastic Buddhism, but this is for the average working person. And this is why I think it will have such a big impact in America, because it differs from some other aspects in what people think of as Buddhism. But Buddhism basically means to wake up. And the path that our founder Shinran proposed was that the average person can reach an awakening as deep as what many monks and nuns do, simply by taking another path. And that path is a path of gratitude. And you asked earlier about how Shin Buddhism might differ from other schools of Buddhism. All schools of Buddhism takes practice in different forms. And the thought is that there are many paths up to awakening. And the Shin Buddhist path is basically geared for those who are working, who have lives, raising families, who may not have time to meditate and do some of the other practices that are considered Buddhistic. So the essence of Shin Buddhism, like most of the schools, is that the present moment is the most important. And what Shin Buddhism looks at is the present moment, and that it can only be possible because of the efforts of the past. And so gratitude is one of the key principles in Shin Buddhism, that we look for things that we can feel grateful toward. And so rather than think of achieving a certain state of spirituality or calmness, just this simple act of appreciating all the things around us is what alerts us to this grand mystery we call life. And from that, we can answer many of the deeper questions. But that's essentially what I like to refer to as shifting from the mentality of please, this desire for things that we don't have, to thank you, appreciating all the many things that we may have ignored or taken for granted, and just appreciating life at the very common level.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I can definitely understand that, I'm sometimes in a situation that I cannot appreciate what I have, but always thinking about, why do I not have this? Why do I not have this? So, but you are saying that desire is also healthy.
Right. In terms of what we call dualism, as humans, we always see things in two parts. We can only have up if there's a down, or an inside if there's an outside. And there can only be good if there's bad, and life because of death. And so as Shin Buddhists, we look for balance, the middle path, that if life doesn't work for us, it means we're unbalanced. And the unbalance is caused by our own egocentric desires. So it's not that we've become completely pure and outward thinking. We always have this egocentric sense of desire and anger, dislike, all these human emotions. But it's just an effort to shift part of that into an area of gratitude, of harmony, accepting others. The basic premise of Amida Buddha, and I'll explain that in just a bit, is that we are just fine, just the way we are. We're accepted just as we are, and therefore we can accept others just as we are.